streets every day. The town is full of predator, don't turn a little prey. I flip $1 million out of nothing, make them feel a certain way. Hoping that the switch.
What's good, y'all? FISK Vegas, the hardest force of sports. Go ahead, hit that like button and subscribe to the FISK. You know why you at it. Y'all know what time it is. If you ain't with it, you best get with it. Now let's rock. Listen. Shout out to Joe Judge. Alright, Joe Judge continue to fill out our staff. And most importantly, after showing the front office what he's capable of, it looks like he has authority to bring in his own coaches. You feel me? Because we know last year, Garrett and Colombo, specifically Garrett and Colombo, were John Mara, Dave Gettleman, those were their guys. So it's good to see Joe Judge getting his guys. Now, the book on Robert Sale, from what I can gather, is him and Joe Judge met at Alabama in like 20, they was there a few years together in Alabama from like 07 to 11 or 08 to 11 or something like that. They worked together under Nick Saban, and that's where they formed their bond at. And he's a run-heavy coach. He is a run-heavy coach. This guy wants to pound the ball. He also coaches run blocking on the offensive line. And speaking of running the ball, guess what? He was the offensive coordinator at Louisiana. So he's the offensive coordinator / offensive line coach at Louisiana. Translation, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, FISK unit soldiers of all ages. Jason Garrett, you're on the hot seat. That's his replacement. I don't care what anybody says. When you hire a guy like this, who's an offensive coordinator / offensive line coach, you're saying to Jason Garrett, if you don't do your job, I got somebody who will. So everybody who's worried about Jason Garrett ruining the season, everybody who's worried about the Jason Garrett offense stinking up the joint, there you go. Joe Judge has basically said, don't get fired mid-season like Colombo did, because I got a replacement for you, Garrett. I got a replacement for you. And also, even if I'm jumping the gun, hypothetically speaking, let's just say I'm jumping the gun, oh, FISK, you're bugging, they're not going to fire Garrett, okay, fine. Jason Garrett's not going to go another offseason without getting a job. He almost got the Charger job. Somebody's going to hire Jason Garrett. If Jason Garrett has a decent year with this offense, somebody's going to hire him. He has too many friends in too many high places. He's going to get an interview. Jason Garrett's going to get a job. I don't see Jason Garrett being on the Giants. We can have the number one offense in the league. It doesn't matter. I don't see Jason Garrett going another coaching cycle without getting a job. You feel me? Like, when you're the head, like, he just knows everybody loves Jason Garrett. You feel me? People put in phone calls. People vouch for him, and he'll get an interview. So I think this guy is Jason Garrett's replacement, because Joe Judge went on the Boomer and Gio show about a month ago. I did a video on this. No, it wasn't a month ago. Yeah, I don't know. Time flies now that the Giants ain't playing. But he said we were going to promote from within. When they asked him about Jason Garrett possibly getting a Charger job, he says, I want to build a program, I want to build a culture where we promote from within, where we promote people who know what our culture's about, who knows what we want to do. We want to promote people who are in the system. That's what Joe Judge said earlier this offseason a few weeks ago. So it all makes sense that he hires this guy, somebody he's comfortable with, somebody he's cool with. He's a Joe Judge guy, and he's been an offensive coordinator before, and he's an offensive line coach. I like it. This is good news for Saquon Barkley, because this guy wants to pound the rock. That's what he wants to do. That's what he did at Louisiana. That's what he's going to do for the Giants. Obviously, the Giants don't want to pass the ball, and at the moment, I don't blame them, because we ain't got no receivers. But guess what? Joe Judge, Dave Gettleman, John Mara, Robert Sale, whatever. Understand something. You're not running the ball without a wide receiver to take that safety out the box. You're not doing it. You're not running the ball. You think Derrick Henry can rush for 2,000 yards if A.J. Brown and Corey Davis aren't out there to take pressure off of him? You can't load the box on Derrick Henry because nobody's leaving A.J. Brown one-on-one. You think Dalvin Cook can rush for all those yards if Justin Jefferson and Adam Thielen aren't out there giving safeties and linebackers headaches? Because you gotta, that linebacker has to help double Thielen in the slot, and that safety has to stay over the top of Justin Jefferson or they're gonna get burned. You have to have wide receivers to take the pressure off of the run game. Football is about scheme. Football is a machine. It's a well-oiled machine. This part has to work so that part works so the whole damn thing works. We're not going to be able to run the ball if we go into another season with Darius Slayton and Sterling Shepard as our receivers. They're going to load the box and Saquon's not going to have anywhere to go. Dallas Cowboys had 3 all-pro offensive linemen in Ezekiel Elliott, and they couldn't run the ball for shit. What did they have to do? They had to go trade a first-round pick to get Amari Cooper just so they could run the damn ball. So don't sit here and tell me that we don't need a wide receiver to run the damn ball. Saquon been trash ever since we got rid of Odell. Bottom line. So I don't care who you hire, Joe Judge. I don't give a damn what your philosophy is. If you don't go out there and fix this fucking wide receiving core, we ain't gonna do shit for the remainder of the fucking season. Do I make myself clear? We better not go one more draft, one more off-season cycle without addressing this damn wide receiving core. Because if we can't pass the ball, we can't win. Oh, everybody want to talk about the Super Bowl. Oh, you got to have an offensive line. Newsflash, Giants fans. Tom Brady left New England because he ain't had no damn wide receivers. You think Tom Brady winning the Super Bowl throwing to Jacoby Myers and Damiere Byrd? You think Leonard Fournette is rushing for all them yards that they didn't have to worry about Mike Evans, Antonio Brown, and Chris Godwin? Stop it. This ain't the 80s. All right, so, don't sit here and lecture me or preach about running the damn ball, because that's what this is. Oh, we're gonna be a run first team. Ain't nobody trying to hear that. What did Derrick Henry do in the playoffs? Nothing. So it's like, at the end of the day, people, this is cool. I'm glad we got the offensive line guy. Good. But if we don't fix the wide receiver position, we ain't going nowhere. But that's it. That's all, man. Subscribe to the unit. If you rocking with me, my name is FISK Vegas, and I approve this message.